Is it dirty? Okay, but it works.
The Olympics are going. Nobody really knows about it because there's not a whole lot of publicity, but they are. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit too. We've got a lot to go over tonight, but thanks for joining us right now. As always, you can contact the show. The ways to do that are on your screen. You can join us on the chat. That's the preferred way. You get on the YouTube chat, talk to us. No one rides for free around here. If you're going to watch, you got to join in. We got to have some conversation. And you can also contact me if you don't have YouTube chat or do not know how to use YouTube chat. You can contact us on Instagram direct message. So we got the ways on the screen, and they're also scrolling down below. Please like, subscribe, and share so that we continue to grow the channel and live the very luxurious lifestyle that we live over here at Cowboy Corner Studios. It takes a team to make this go, and we're going. So anyway, back to the show. The NFL's a train wreck. The Olympics are going on. And this is our first show of the month of February, y'all. And with that being said, they have created the perfect month. And I think that we have a visual of that. Creed? I think we have a visual of that we can put on the screen of the perfect month of February. There we go. So if you look now, it doesn't necessarily show it right there because the way that they have that set up. Oh yeah, it does. Never mind. I couldn't see it clearly through my orange tinted glasses. If you look, so there's 28 days in the month of February. It started on a Sunday. Go to the next screen. And so, yeah, we've got four of each day. And
this only happens once every 823 years.
Right.
Wow.
Once every 823 years, we get this. So it's like a perfect square on your calendar. So that's something special about February. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just thought it was cool. So I thought that I would bring it up. So in Cowboy Corner land, we've also got Conrad in here. He's all healed up from last week. He was stitched up. He had his cone on his head. So we were calling him Conrad, but he's back in action. He's been running around all day. We decided this morning to take the Christmas lights down off the house because they've been up since obviously Christmas, and now we're in the month of February. So didn't want to be that guy. So we decided that we are going to take the Christmas lights down. And I got, when they got put up, the roof that we have, or roof, however y'all say it.
It's roof. It's not roof.
It's roof.
It's roof to me. Me and Conrad say roof. Anyway, it has several peaks and valleys and ridges and all of those things. And so there's a guy that made their custom lights because they've got all the different little offshoots that cover all the areas. And there's a guy that made them, and then he also put them up, and we paid him to put them up back in November. And then I decided today I was going to save the money and not pay anybody to take them down. We can do it ourselves. And that was great in my head. It worked out fine because it wasn't too intimidating from the ground as I was looking. And I was like, yeah, we can do that. And I did get the ones down off of the bottom part of the eave of the roof. Like those came down easy. They had the little plastic clips and just started pulling. And, I was on the short ladder. But then we've also got the ones that go up the ridge and over the top and down. And I got on the roof, and I didn't realize I got on the roof, and I didn't realize how steep that sucker was until I got up there. And I didn't handle it well, y'all. And I know that everybody knows me as being this brave and courageous and heroic person that I am that always saves the day for everyone. But I was almost crying like a little schoolgirl who got her lunch money taken away. And I had
you have to see it to believe it. I've never seen him act like that.
Carson saw it, and Carson I pulled a few of them away, and then I was like, I can't do this. And so Carson helped me get down off of the ladder, and as I was coming down, like the whole ladder was shaking. That's how bad it was. I was having trouble breathing. My head was like pounding. And I went in the house, and I was like, man, I had to take a few Advil. And so it was like a big scene, y'all. Like, your boy had a panic attack full blown on the roof.
That's probably the worst place to have one too. Like, if you're going to have a panic attack anywhere, a roof is a terrible spot.
Because you're stuck up there.
Father, Johnny Friesen wants to see the design of the picture that's hanging behind you.
I don't know which. Oh, on the bit. He wants to see the bit. Let's see. Where's the bit? It's a, what's that called? Like a snaffle bit. It's got the little ball in the middle there.
I wish I could help you out on the name, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's called a snaffle bit, where it has the little interlocking piece. Only a real cowboy knows that information.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about the picture because I have no idea what a bit is.
Yeah, no.
Sorry for not being a professional cowboy.
Well, you're good. You're good. We're all learning. Everybody learned what a snaffle bit is now. Now, if I'm wrong and that's not a snaffle bit, then I look like an idiot. But that's what I believe it is. Anyway, back to the story.
Back to me being a hero.
I'm going to tell you the root of my panic attack because here's what happened. Last night, I was scrolling through Instagram, just minding my own business, and this video came up, and it was the guys that work at SoFi Stadium, which is in LA, where the Rams and the Chargers play football. And if you want to bring that video up, we can go through it. Reed, if you want to bring that video up.
I keep forgetting. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we need you to be on point here. Here we go. So this came up. This is the exact video I was watching last night on my Instagram.
I mean, like,
these guys, that's the screen. That's the big LED screen, and it goes all the way across basically the circumference of the field. And it has to be cleaned. And these guys get up there, and they have, like, they're just hanging from ropes. There's nothing there. See this guy, and he's having to put these things on his feet because he has to put his feet on the screen, and obviously he can't kick that in.
I mean, gee, like, even I was like kind of scared on the roof. There's no way I would ever do that.
Yeah, so this is what I was dealing with. So this is what I was watching last night, and I was actually feeling quite ill just watching that from my phone screen. And so this morning, like, this is what I was having flashbacks of as I was on the roof of our house. That's 20 feet off the ground at most.
All right.
Like, even if I did fall off of it, I more than likely would have been fine. But like this right here, these guys are nuts. They're not afraid of heights. Heights are afraid of them. And yeah, so I just wanted to say, like, that was the root of my panic attack issue, was having flashbacks to that video. We can go ahead and turn it off. I'm tired of looking at it. It's making me not want to do this anymore. So anyway, that's what happened. But Carson, being the man that he is, he got up there and he saved me. He didn't save me. I mean, I got down pretty much on my own, but he was able to bring the rest of the lights down.
I almost had to resuscitate him though, so luckily he came back. He came back too.
Resuscitate him?
Yeah, resuscitate.
It's resuscitate, I'm pretty sure.
What?
I don't know. Johnny says that's not a snaffle bit, so I did make myself look like an idiot.
So why did he ask you what it was, and then he knows the answer?
No, he just said he wanted to see it.
Yeah, he wanted to see it. He couldn't tell what it was.
I thought he asked what it was.
No. So a snaffle bit, he says, only has one connection in the middle, and that one has two. So yeah, that's not a snaffle bit. So I apologize for not being as cowboy as I thought I was, and
my camera is frozen on the stream. Every time
he
he switches to me, my camera gets frozen.
Well,
there's proof.
You may need to
Yes.
you may need to unplug that little HDMI.
It's not frozen on the camera. I can.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of over this tonight because we've had one little difficulty after another, and I don't really know how to go about handling this anymore. So we're just gonna keep rolling, and I'm not gonna get angry.
We still ball, so it's like whatever.
Because we're still ballers.
We're still like the flyest white boys of them all. So.
Jesus is still on the throne, and everything is still good.
Something wrong.
And we always got something wrong.
Yeah,
And
he did a big turd.
that's what apparently our entire system has been trying to do tonight. So just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're not perfect here at Cowboy Corner, but we're handsome, so we got that going for us, right?
Johnny says
Amen.
there's not enough money in the world to pay to clean the SoFi Stadium thing, but I feel like that's kind of a lie.
No, if there is an amount of money.
I don't know.
There's
honestly,
always going to be an amount.
I don't know. Like, I really don't think I could do it. It doesn't matter, like, what the amount is that they say that they would pay, because I would probably just freak out and possibly, like, go into cardiac arrest or have some kind of an aneurysm, like some kind of medical problem that I wouldn't live to see the money. And, I'm being 100% open and honest. Like, if I can't handle being on a 20-foot tall roof without freaking out, then I can't. There's no way I could do that. Like, regardless of the amount of money.
No, I promise. There's an amount of money that I could clean that. I'm not like that's not. I definitely I wouldn't choose that as a job. Like, but if I'm getting paid like a good amount, like a very, very good amount of money, I'm doing that.
Creed, are you back in action? Your camera's back working again?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. See, we're making strides here. We're fixing things on the fly because that's how we do it. So anyway, the NFL. I'm just going to get to this if we don't have anything else going on to talk about there. The NFL, I think they're basically trolling us at this point. Like they're trying to just put out the worst product, the most craptastic product that they can possibly put out. And they just want to see, like, are we going to consume it or where are we going to draw the line and finally turn this crap off? And that's what it is, in my opinion, right now. It's crap. The Pro Bowl is a total joke. Do we have a video for
Yes, we do.
the Pro Bowl?
Creedus, can you pull that up?
There we go. This is Pro Bowl before and after. This is old Pro Bowl right here.
Dang, was that Sean Taylor? That was Sean Taylor.
Yes. R.I.P. Sean Taylor.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
And
Only
now
the
this is the
Miami
Pro Bowl.
Dolphins didn't trade him.
They're lining up for it.
What?
This is the Pro Bowl they just played the other day.
Bro. I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea that the Pro Bowl was even on. I guess that's kind of a sign of how bad it is.
Yeah, I was going to say, did anybody watch the Pro Bowl? But I already know the answer is no. Nobody watched the Pro Bowl because most people didn't even know that the Pro Bowl was on. And the people that do know that it's on don't care about it. So it's a total joke. Like I talked about last week on the show, we have Shadur Sanders making the Pro Bowl, who threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns.
And he probably played like 5 games at most. I don't know why he was on there, like at all. I have no idea why they put him on there.
He played 7 games in the season, but still he threw, I think it was 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions is what that was his record in the regular season. And he made the Pro Bowl over that.
I'm like pretty sure that the only reason he's in there is because his last name is Sanders. I don't think that anything with skill had to do with it.
Well, that has a lot to do with it. It does have a lot to do with it. And a lot of people have made that point as well. And then we also discussed Joe Flacco. You know, they Flaccoed around and found out in the Pro Bowl about him, and his record, I mean, it was decent, but like we're talking Pro Bowl, like that's the All-Star. That's the All-Star game. And you have to earn a spot in the All-Star game. And these guys, they didn't earn crap. And it's a joke. The whole thing is a joke. And I don't know like where to go from here. I really don't, because like I said, the NFL is just, they're feeding us crap as much as we can, as much as they can, and just seeing if we're going to consume it. And so far, people are consuming it, but where do we draw the line? So we also have the NFL awards show was last night, and
which I also had no idea was on.
Yeah,
either.
nobody knew that the NFL awards show was on last night either. Matthew Stafford won the MVP. We pull that one up.
Pull that slide up.
There he is. There's Matt Stafford.
You got a video of
as the MVP. Okay, now this video right here that we're about to play. So this is Mike Vrabel, who's the coach of the New England Patriots. He used to be the coach of the Tennessee Titans. He's now the coach of the New England Patriots. He has been a high-level
linebacker.
Well, yeah, he played as a linebacker. He was part of the Patriots dynasty, and he won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots as a linebacker. Then he went into coaching. He coached for the Tennessee Titans, and he's won a Coach of the Year before. And then he won Coach of the Year again last night for his job, because this is his first year. His first year as coach of the Patriots, isn't it? Or is it his second year?
It's his first.
It's his first year. That's what I thought. So he's taken the Patriots to the Super Bowl in his very first year with a young quarterback, a young team altogether.
I think it's his first. Don't fact check me on that, but I think it's his first.
I'm pretty sure it is too. But he's been in a high level capacity at the NFL, involved with the NFL for over 30 years. Like, this guy has dedicated his life to the NFL. He wins Coach of the Year. And then this is the joke that we have at his award presentation. Go ahead and play it.
25 AP Coach of the Year is Mike Verba.
That's not him.
If they even show.
Verba is busy preparing for the Super Bowl.
That was Kyle Shanahan that they just showed.
How would they show him?
Because Mike Verbal wasn't there because he's getting prepared for the Super Bowl. But like this, okay, it's funny or whatever. But I'm thinking because as a, if you're trying to be a professional, and that lady that they just showed her name's Tiffany Haddish. I don't know who that is. Apparently she's somebody famous, but as you saw, like she's there, she's got the straps on her dress pulled down, like trying to make this appeal thing go on. And she doesn't even put in the time or the effort. Like, first of all, his name's Rabel, and that's not like a super complicated name. It's not like it's, Giannis Antetokounmpo or however you would say that. Like if she would mispronounce that name, okay,
I'd cut her some slack.
I'd cut her a little bit of slack. You still should know it because you're presenting the guy with an award. And ahead of time, I'm going up and I'm giving this guy an award that he has worked in the league 30 years to achieve this Coach of the Year. And I don't give a crap. I'm not even going to worry about pronouncing his, 5-6 letter last name correctly. And so this is what we're dealing with because the NFL has moved their dynamic onto we don't care about the players, the coaches, the people. We don't care basically about the product that we're putting out. And we're just going to cut corners and whatever, as long as we can maybe attract some people who know who this lady is, and they might watch the show because she's on it. But other than that, it's like they don't even know what they're doing. They're clueless. It's a freaking circus. It's a clown show.
You got a lot of passion about this. I had no idea how passionate you are about this lady, Tiffany Hutchinson. Was it Hutchinson?
Haddish.
Oh, Haddish.
And I had to look that up to get that name because I had no idea who she was, but I saw that and I'm just like, are you serious? And at first I thought, okay, maybe like she knows the guy and it's some kind of a joke and then she's going to go back and retract it, but she doubled down on it. She said it twice. Go replay it. Play it again, please.
25 AP Coach
She says it so
of the
confidently.
Year is Mike Verba.
Variable.
How confident she is on that.
There's clearly not
Mike
an A on there. I don't know
Verba
how
is
you got
busy
that mixed
preparing
up.
for the Super Bowl.
And that was Kyle Shanahan that they showed right there. That wasn't Mike Variable, but you could tell Kyle, he's the coach of the 49ers, and you could tell that he was kind of like just looking around like kind of thinking the same thing I was thinking, like, is that even for real? Did that really just happen? And then she doubled down on it and said it again. So you can tell, like, she just doesn't care. She didn't think to ask. Like, if that was me in that position and maybe I didn't realize what that name said, if I was presenting it to somebody, I would ask somebody that knows, like, how do you pronounce this name? Like, I'm going to put in a little bit of effort, but no, they don't care.
Well, maybe if his name was like spelt verbal, I would like cut a little bit of slack, but it's obviously like spelled Vrabel and pronounced Vrabel. Like there's not even a chance I would be able to get that mixed up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not a hard name. It's not like some kind of foreign name that you wouldn't know how to pronounce. Like, it's a pretty simple name. And like I said, the guy's been in the NFL for 30 years, so he's not some, new guy, Johnny come lately, that shows up and nobody really knows who he is. Like, he's the freaking AP Coach of the Year, and he's been in the league for 30 some odd years as a player and as a coach. So it's just disrespectful, and I don't like it. And it's just poor taste on the NFL to have someone like that who obviously doesn't know football or doesn't know anything that they're talking about whenever you could have an actual, ex-player, an ex-coach, even a celebrity. If they know anything about football, they can go up there, but you're just pulling people out trying to get, eyes on the sport that don't care, that don't even know what it is.
Because when you're in the presence of the big dogs, you got to step up, homie. That's quote of the day.
Yes, whatever that means.
That's a great quote, honestly. So yeah, that's my rant on that. It's a circus.
You're pretty passionate.
It's a circus. And, the circus around the game, which that doesn't really have anything to do with the Super Bowl. That was that particular award was for the Coach of the Year. So that was just for the regular season. But the circus around the game involving the Super Bowl or the big game, if you're not allowed to say Super Bowl for copyright reasons, like it's more than the game. It's more, there's no real, I want to say no big star power in the game, in the actual Super Bowl. Like if you're not a fan of the Patriots or a fan of the Seahawks, there's really no people that want to watch the game for the game because you don't have, a huge star. You've got quarterbacks being Sam Darnold and Drake May. So
because it would be a lot better if you had the rematch of Tom Brady and Russell Wilson. That'd be a game I'd watch.
Yeah, or everybody wants to see a Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl. Everybody wants to see a Josh Allen or one of these big name quarterbacks. They're going to draw attention, but these two guys, they're not. So there's not really any transcending players or big moments to be looking out for. So they're just having to pull this kind of stuff out of the trenches, so to speak, and bring in, like that. For example, there was another one, which I didn't even pull a video clip of it, but there was another award who went to the Seahawks wide receiver. His name's Jackson Smith in Jigma.
That dude's goated. That dude is so good.
No, he's great. But the guy that gave him the award also mispronounced his name, which I think he did.
That's fair though. Like
I think he did it on purpose, but he turned the name into a racial slur, and that's why I'm not even going to play that. So the last name is Njigba, starts with an N, has a G, has a so where it's going with that. Well, that's what the guy said.
Well, honestly,
he gave him
that's a fair name to mispronounce, but it may not if you're making it a slur.
Well, it gets better. So if we go on into the actual Super Bowl, the game itself, and this is what, I don't even know if a lot of people know this or not. So this is kind of why I'm bringing it up. I didn't pay a lot of attention to it myself up until recently when it kind of got more pushed in my face than it was. But like the halftime show, this Bad Bunny character, I didn't know who Bad Bunny was before a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. Did anybody else?
I had heard of him, but I've never heard his music.
Of him.
So.
Yeah, I've never listened to any of his songs, but I did know who he was.
I have heard of him.
Well, for me personally, and I'm being 100% honest, I thought Bad Bunny was a clothing line because they make the clothing line that has it has like a little rabbit on it.
Oh, yeah.
So I went back and looked. That's actually the clothing line that I was thinking of is actually called Psycho Bunny. So that's where I was getting those two things mixed up. I was thinking that Bad Bunny was a clothing line. So when I first heard that Bad Bunny was going to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show, I was like, well, that's kind of weird. But anyway, let's put up the picture of Big Bunny. So there he is. So this is what we're
tough fit, fam.
This is what we're dealing with. He is one of those guys in his tough fit.
My question is, if you're gonna wear a dress, why are you gonna put a blazer over it? That's kind of stupid. I mean, if you're gonna be in a dress, at least don't put on an extra blazer.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. He's Puerto Rican, and the majority of his songs, if not all of his songs, once again, I don't know a lot about the guy. The majority of his songs, if not all of them, are not even sung in English. They're sang in Spanish. Is it sung or sang?
I think it's sang.
Okay, they're sang.
It'd be sung, no?
They're
pretty sure it's sang.
They're probably neither. They're rapped, so they're spoken in Spanish. So, and again, I'm not trying to cross any boundaries here. I'm all for legal immigration. I'm all for people coming in, come in, do everything legally, get a job, be a part of society that actually contributes and doesn't bleed out. And I'm all for it. I support it 100%. And people coming in from whatever nation, as long as you do it the right way, and as long as when you get here, you're contributing to the economy and not just pulling from the economy, do your thing. I got your back. I'm all for you. But with that being said, we have football, the American football, which is an American sport, played in America, other than the games that are, played in the European countries, which we have a few of those a year. And this game is being played in San Francisco. And do you know the great music that comes locally from San Francisco?
I don't. I know Metallica's from there. That's all I know. Which it would be cool to see a Metallica halftime show. That would be awesome.
Dude, it would be so awesome to see a Metallica halftime show. Like, that would be, in my opinion, obviously, Prince put on the greatest halftime show that ever will be. It will never, ever be topped, ever. The Prince halftime show, I believe it was 2007.
Well, Michael Jackson's halftime show would be like, would get the most votes, but out of your opinion, yeah, it would be Prince.
Well, Michael Jackson has done a halftime show.
If you switch it to my camera, you can obviously see 2 Prince pictures.
Yeah.
So he's pretty obsessed with Prince.
I'm a Prince guy. Shout out to my sister for hand painting that one for me. It's awesome and I love it. Yeah, I'm a Prince guy. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But Prince did put on the greatest halftime show that ever has been and ever will be. And if you don't believe me, just look it up. It's on YouTube and you can see it for yourself. And you'll be amazed at that halftime show. Another great halftime show was Tom Petty, R.I.P. Tom. Another great halftime show was, and this isn't even down my alley part way, but a few years ago, Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers did a combo halftime show, and I liked it a lot. It was a great halftime show. There's been several halftime shows that
Creed did a halftime show. The band Creed did a halftime show on a Thanksgiving game in like 2000 or something. That halftime show was great.
Yeah, at for the Cowboys. That was in the old Texas Stadium in Irving. Yes. Now that wasn't the Super Bowl.
It wasn't a Super Bowl, so they don't get as much credit. But
yeah.
it was a good halftime.
It was a great halftime show. Anyway, the moral of my story, the point I'm trying to make, is that there's so many people that you could pull straight from the San Francisco area. That's where the Super Bowl is being played, if you don't know that. It's being played in San Francisco. There's so many great bands that you could pull straight from the San Francisco area that are American bands that play American music and are not going to be out there potentially. It's not confirmed yet, but there are rumors, and I've seen it. And again, with AI and things, you don't really know what's real and what's not. But there have been some things posted where he's saying that he is going to wear a dress, and I've heard it from multiple other sources that he's rumored to wear a dress. I don't know if he's going to wear a dress or not. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter. The broad spectrum of the thing is just that, like, it's the NFL just trying to see what kind of nonsense they can pull and how far the people are going to go, how far it's going to take before people actually start turning it off. And for me personally, I know that we haven't watched a Super Bowl halftime show in probably 4 or 5 years. I think the last one was the Katy Perry one, and she had the dancing sharks, and it was just like a total laughing stock. And after that, I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm watching the game, but I'm not going to watch the halftime show. I'm not going to. Why would I sit here and watch something that I'm not going to watch on a normal occasion?
Yeah, that's why the whole thing doesn't really affect me that much, because I haven't watched a halftime show in forever. And I mean, I'm probably like, I haven't watched it in the past like 5 years, and I'm probably not going to watch it this time. So it doesn't really affect me that much. But I can see why people can get upset over it, because like they're not picking local artists, which they could do, and that would be great. If they could have like a local San Francisco artist, that'd be awesome, especially a Metallica concert.
Especially a Metallica concert. But you know who else is from San Francisco? You've got Journey. That's from San Francisco. You've got Carlos Santana is from San Francisco. Those are all rock and roll. But if you want to go down a different route, you've got MC Hammer. He's from San Francisco.
Huey Lewis is from San
Huey
Francisco.
Lewis, like, that would be an awesome halftime show, because I'm a Huey Lewis fan, as big as there can be one. The problem with that is Huey Lewis is no longer performing because he has some ear issues, and we're praying that gets healed and whole. But he's got ear issues where he literally can't hear himself sing. So he's not touring anymore. He's not performing. But I mean, Journey, that'd be a great halftime show. They're still active.
Journey would be awesome, but I just wonder about MC Hammer, because the only hit I could think of him is what's the song you made?
Can't Touch This?
Yeah, that's the only song I could think of his. I don't know if that would go too well.
Well, he's got Too Legit to Quit also. He's got a couple off of that album. It doesn't take a lot to fill in a Super Bowl, because you're only doing you've got
like 15 or 30
yeah,
minutes,
15 and 20
something like
minutes
that.
to fill, and you can bring people out. Like, I'm just saying there are so many other routes that this could have gone, and the issue is not even the music itself. It's just that, like we were saying, we're not planning on watching it, and we haven't watched one in a few years anyway, but there are so many people that do, and it's just infiltrating 130 million and projected people going to watch this. And so even, if 25% of them watch it, you're still looking at millions and millions of people that are being infiltrated with this garbage, like kids watching it and seeing a man in a dress. If that happens, if that doesn't happen, then that's great. And I apologize for saying it if it doesn't happen. And I hope that it doesn't. I hope that I'm wrong. But if it does happen, like, the people are seeing this, the kids are seeing this, and it's just like I said, where do the people finally draw the line? Because I think that America as a whole is over this whole woke agenda. I don't think that it's carrying the water that it did a few years ago. I really don't think that it ever carried the water as much as the media wanted people to believe that it did. But right now, like, I think people are just fed up with it. And I'm just hoping that the NFL will see a drop in the ratings and do something to change this in the future. Because as of right now, like, I'm pretty PO'd about it, honestly.
You know who else is PO'd about it? Eric Dickerson. Cretus, pull the clip.
Play it.
Last time we talked to you, we were talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. So I gotta ask, have you given like some time to like listen to some Bad Bunny and be like,
hell no.
maybe give him a shot?
Absolutely not, man. Look, why can't we get somebody from right here, from home? How about someone from right here in San Francisco? All these artists right here in the area to play at the Super Bowl. Somebody's he speak English. I don't know if it's gonna be in Spanish or whatever.
The whole thing is gonna be in Spanish. There's a few.
What sense that make? Man, look. Don't give me time.
But Puerto Rico is America. I'm Puerto Rican too.
Puerto Rico is not America.
It's a territory.
It's a territory. You can't vote. You don't have a right to vote.
Which is a problem, a lot of people would say.
What I'm saying. You can still, it's not U.S. You can call it U.S. It's U.S. territory is what it is. That's all it is.
So, I mean, look.
Can you vote?
You know what? Absolutely, I can vote,
So you don't care. You're a U.S. citizen.
And I think they deserve a shot at especially if we're going to occupy their space, for our benefit, like even in Guam. My wife's from Guam.
Blah, blah, blah.
On that territory. Anyways, it's a lot. We don't have to get into all that. Look, but what I will say.
Puerto Rico.
I know you don't. I know you.
Like that.
We know.
Black. Hey, we got our own problems.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I don't see why they chose that. But the NFL does stuff,
right.
that just baffles your mind. So they'll do anything for money, and hey, I thank God I had a chance to play in the National Football League and do things I did and play for my family. But as an entity, the NFL is one of the most corrupt organizations it is. That's just the facts.
Okay, so that's Eric Dickerson. And as you see, I've got the Eric Dickerson jersey, which has replaced the Matthew Stafford jersey. Even though I should have put the Matthew Stafford jersey back up in honor of him winning the MVP last night. But being a man of my word, I said I was going to take it down if they lost, so I did. But I put the Eric Dickerson jersey up because he was my favorite player as a kid. Well, and this is when I was like little kid, because he played in the early 80s. And he was the man. He led the NFL in rushing up until just recently, I believe. But yeah, like he was saying, like, why can't they just get somebody from here? And Eric Dickerson knows a lot about the NFL because he played in it for years. He had some battles with them over contract issues and legal issues, but he knows, and he even said, like, they're corrupt. They're in it for money, and he's got an inside track to that. So he kind of has his ear open on the inside of things, and he knows what's going on, and he knows that they're corrupt, and they're doing it for money. They're doing it for publicity, because this guy, Bad Bunny, has, I think, over 50 million followers on Instagram, and I don't know what else he's on, but he's popular with a certain group of people. But that group of people that he's popular with are not the same group of people that are sitting down on a Sunday afternoon and watching an NFL football game. They're just not. So that's where this is all just like a big conglomeration of crap.
Well said. Amen. And also, I think that's kind of like the same way that like whenever Taylor Swift was Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were a thing, like they were trying to give her as much camera time as possible so that they could attract all the Taylor Swift fans into the NFL.
They still are a thing. But Kelsey, he didn't make the Super Bowl, so he's kind of old news now, and I don't know, he may be retiring or what may be going on with him, but that's kind of old news, so they're trying to move to something else, but kind of along that same line, yeah.
Amen.
So, do you know who else is from San Francisco, though, that is going to be playing in the I think it's the pregame.
Yeah, like the beginning or the intro or something like that. But it is Green Day. I know that.
It is Green Day, and Green Day is from the San Francisco Bay Area. But here's the caveat with Green Day is they are openly very liberal, and they openly hate America. We play that clip.
Just when you thought the Super Bowl couldn't get any more divisive, the NFL announced yesterday that they're hiring Green Day to be the opening ceremony performers. Just in case you forgot, Green Day has been incredibly divisive, anti-Trump, anti-ICE, and in many ways, anti-American. They have called Trump and his supporters, which is over half the country, fascists and KKK members. So you add this on top of Bad Bunny, who is incredibly anti-Trump, anti-ICE, and sings 99.9% of his songs in Spanish. This may be one of the most divisive musical performing acts in the history of the.
Yeah, so basically, mirroring what I just said, they're both very pro liberal agenda and anti. I can't say Bad Bunny is anti-America, but I can say that Green Day is anti-America. They have a song called American Idiot, and that's all that it is talking about Americans being idiots, which in a lot of cases, they're correct because a lot of Americans are idiots, but that's the idiots that are tuning in and buying their stuff. Now, I was a Green Day fan when they first came out back in the 90s, when they weren't what they are now. Their first album, Dookie, still is one of the greatest albums of all time. I mean, it was a game changer from the grunge era. So I was a Green Day guy, but I'm not anymore, and I haven't been in a long time. Ever since that whole deal started coming out, like I don't care what side of the fence you're on, like just don't be anti-America, and we'll be all right. But when you are, then I'm done with you.
I will say I might just still watch the Green Day concert in the beginning. I'm sorry, Dad, but I do kind of want to see how that goes.
I don't understand how Green Day hates America, but all of the members live in America.
Yeah, they don't mind living here, and they don't mind taking the American money and, living the American dream with all of their wealth and everything. But, that's another story. Like, this isn't a political show, and I'm not going to get too deep into the political parts. I'm just wanting to call out, like, the giant red flags that have come up with this. And, again, I'm not trying to convince anyone to not watch the football game or, you do you. Like, there's no judgment here. If you don't feel convicted on this, then you do what you got to do. But basically, my vision of this is that the NFL is saying with this, like, this is where we're at. This is where we stand. This is where our morals are, and this is where our values are. And that's mainly Roger Goodell because he's the commissioner and he oversees all of this. So he's saying, like, this is the product that we're sitting before you. And so you can take it or you can leave it, and it all just depends on where are your morals. Like, where are you going to be? Which side of the fence are you going to get on? Are you going to go with us, or are you going to go against us? And we have to pick. And again, I don't like you do you. I don't know if you're going to watch it. I don't care if you watch it. If you feel fine watching it, then watch it. And I'm probably going to watch at least part of the game, but I'm definitely not going to watch the halftime show. Now, with that being said, I think that Turning Point is doing a Turning Point, which is Charlie Kirk's, his media that his wife has now taken over, and they're doing a halftime show that's going to be like Kid Rock and Brantley Gilbert and some other people. I don't have anything pulled up on it, but that's an alternative. But again, like, that's not Kid Rock's not my favorite either. I mean, yeah, he's a big Trump supporter and all that, but he's still got issues of his own. And not that I care, but it's like I'm not really gonna turn off the Super Bowl halftime show to go watch Kid Rock and Brantley Gilbert. I think it would have been great if Turning Point would have done like what they did at Charlie Kirk's memorial service, where they did like a whole hour to hour and a half of like some straight up just praise and worship music, and really set the tone that way. Like if you're gonna say that this the Bad Bunny Super Bowl thing is so bad and we're gonna create our own over here, then make it like on the total opposite end of the spectrum. Like you've got the total, I'm just gonna say like the satanic end of it with all the transgenderism and LGBTQ plus silent P, and the silent P stands for pedophilia, in case you didn't know that. But then you could just go to the total opposite end of it and say, we're just going to do a praise and worship halftime show. I think that would be great. I think that'd be awesome, but they're not doing that. So, but there is that other option. You can do the Turning Point USA halftime show thing if you thus so choose to do so.
If you please. I mean, I don't like Kid Rock, so I'm not doing that, but
I don't either. I didn't even like him back when he first came out, and he was cool. He wasn't my kind of cool. What about you there, Creedence Clearwater?
I'm not very sure who Kid Rock is.
Well, hey, that's fine too.
Like,
yeah, that's fine too. So I'm done ranting about football, unless y'all have something else that we need to cover on that.
Nope, we're on to the Olympics, baby.
Did Creed have any basketball news for us?
I sure did.
He does. Let's see what kind of basketball news Creed.
All
Creed
right.
is just in case you didn't know, Creed is the Cowboy Corner NBA insider, because I don't know jack about the NBA. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm looking for sources to give me the information, and Creed has got us covered on the NBA news. So let's hear it, Creedence.
Let's hear that ball knowledge.
So first, we have James Harden traded to the Cavaliers. I'm not very sure how I feel about that one, because he was doing pretty good as a Clipper. And then we also have Anthony Davis traded to the Wizards. Well, that one is like crazy, because he was doing very good on the
Mavericks.
Yeah, Mavericks. I almost forgot the team.
So he went from the Mavericks to the Wizards?
Yes. And James Harden went from the Clippers to the Cavaliers.
Okay. James Harden will never be better than he was when he played for the Rockets, just FYI. But anyway, keep going.
That's really all.
Okay. Well, I know that the Wizards are trash.
Not this season.
They're not?
No.
Okay, well, see, that's why I don't cover basketball, because in my opinion, I thought the Wizards were trash. They've been trash for decades.
Yeah, they've been trash. They're not that bad anymore. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up their record real fast.
Yeah, you just go ahead and pull it up. Just don't end the stream for us, all right? So
I'll try my best.
You pull that up, and in the meantime, we will talk about the Olympics, because the Olympics are on, and it's okay. I can hit this video thing while Creed's doing his little NBA news thing going on. The Olympics are on, y'all, and nobody really knew that the Olympics were on, but I just kind of found them the other day, and it's like the big Olympic thing, I believe, is
curling.
Curling is the big.
Like, who would watch curling?
Curling
That's so
is
stupid.
the big Olympic sport this year. And Creed, can you give me some monitor here so I can see what's going on, and then I'll pull this up. So Carson, let's get this curling guy. Yeah, there he is. So this is an American curler, y'all, and this guy's pretty awesome. Like, he's got a mullet.
He's doing it in Jordans. Look how fly he is.
Yeah, they get to wear tennis shoes even though they're on the ice. And so the thing about curling, what I've noticed in the short time that I watched curling, is that there's like this lady. It's usually a lady and a man, and they're kind of like working as a team, I guess. But it's basically like the lady just yells at the guy the whole time. And so we're gonna show a video of this in action. So this is curling, y'all. Look at the determination in those eyes.
With a big play here for the United States.
I mean, like, I honestly wonder what purpose that guy's serving.
He's sweeping, and she's just screaming at him. And so
Let's go!
And now look how she's
Obviously
looking
hit
at him like she just
perfect on the
despises this
outside
guy.
one, rolls
So I'm
in, but
assuming they're
makes
married. Like they have
contact
to be
with the
married
red
for her to be
slightly
talking
first,
to
and
him
it comes
like that.
back up the
Because,
button.
like,
Watch the action in the house. Red first.
That's how
and
it
then
goes
up
when my
towards
wife
the button.
is
That's
telling
why
me
Corey
to sweep
Dropkin's
out the
so
garage.
excited. Covered.
Like I'm sweeping as fast as I can, and
entire
she's just
button.
standing there yelling at me, looking at me with those piercing eyes. Like I'm not doing it good enough. And so, like, I feel for the guy, and I'm thinking like this has gone on for so long with these people that now they've actually made it a sport. So let's show it again, or I think we have another one, like a part 2, or you can replay that one. I don't know. Yeah, so she tosses the thing.
Great determination.
So that's all she does is throw it. And now it's up to this guy to make it go where it needs to go.
Well, like, I wonder how.
Just hear her yelling at this guy. Like, he's doing the best he can, lady. I guarantee her name's Karen.
It's just, I wonder, like, why he starts slow and then he goes really, really fast. Like, I just don't know what the broom is doing.
She's like so mad. And he's got it right in the bullseye, I think.
Well, wouldn't that be the lady got it right in the bullseye? Because she's doing all the throwing. But maybe the broom serves a bigger purpose than I think. I don't really know. I've never seen curling.
Dropkin's so excited. Covered almost the entire
I don't even know
button.
like what the goal is. I don't know what they're working towards.
Well, I think that it's kind of like darts. Like you're supposed to make it into the closer to the center that you can get it, and you knock some of the other ones out of the way. But I don't know. I just think it's funny the way that the lady yells at the guy. So here's another one, right? I don't know if this is the same people or not. I don't think it is.
From hog line to back line, you'll hear in zones called out by numbers. You're gonna hear a lot.
So
of
now the guy's doing all the work.
Guys around here.
He tossed it, and he's sweeping it.
And he's still getting yelled at. I mean, like, obviously he's going to sweep it hard. What else is he going to do?
Yeah, like she's just back there yelling at him. She didn't even touch it that time.
And he's fired up about that. It is late, the 6th end, and he comes up big.
Yeah, she didn't even touch it that time, and she's still just yelling at him. Sweep it harder, hard.
It's like,
Dropkin.
like she's not even doing anything this time. Like, she's in the first video, I'll give her some credit. She at least did something, but she's doing nothing in this, and she's still yelling at him.
Pretty good. Spreads the rocks out in the house too.
And he removes both of them. Lets out a let's go
Path.
Okay, here she is.
A critical final shot for Corey Teesey in the United States
You got a little room
in the
right
8th
now.
end.
It's running nice. Careful. Easy for line. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look.
I'm not
So
worried.
she's still just like
Whoa. Whoa.
harassing the guy.
Line's great.
Like,
Line's
I'd just
great.
throw that
Doesn't
broom
happen,
at.
girl.
I would tell her where she could stick that broom handle
Don't worry.
and like sweep it
That's
yourself,
great.
Karen.
Nice
I'm
shot,
done
Corey.
Just
curling.
right down
with
to
you.
the
We're
yellow.
not curling anymore.
Don't see any way.
I mean, that's perfect. Like he got it right, almost in the
Right on the
perfect
money.
center of the bullseye, and she's still just like yelling the whole time.
Sum Ting Wong.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So,
Come on now. We got another video, though, about the Olympics, so.
okay, let's go to it. Let me see. Get it up. Okay, this is a POV of a sport called skeleton.
What is that? I've never even heard of that. Why is that in the Olympics? I've never even heard of this.
It's where you're basically laying flat down on a skateboard, and then you're, but my thing with the Olympics is, it's cool. Okay, I'll give you credit, and that probably takes a lot of talent. That's like how I pictured myself this morning sliding off of my roof when I was doing the Christmas lights. But it's like nobody's gonna be watching this on just a regular day. Like we feel kind of obligated to watch it because it's the Olympics, I guess.
It's just like, I've never heard of curling. I've never heard of skeleton. Like, what are these random sports? Like, why are these even in the Olympics? Like, put something cool in there. Like, I don't know, football, anything cool.
Whenever my father said curling, at first I thought he was talking about like the gym thing.
Like maybe, yeah, like
curling
weightlifting
away.
or something. Like, I don't know. Not you're sweeping whatever they're even throwing. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is not anything that somebody would watch on a normal occasion. Like
Since it's the Olympics now, like we have to watch it.
And when it's the Olympics, and then it's like for the pride of your country, I guess everybody feels obligated to sit there and watch it. But like, we're not watching curling. I'm not watching some lady yell at her husband sweeping a broom with looks like some kind of like a crock pot going across the floor. I'm not going to watch that if it's not an Olympic sport. And as cool as that whole skeleton thing looked, and it even sounds pretty cool. Like, I'm a professional skeleton racer or skeleton rider, I guess. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, like Skeletor. I don't know. It sounds pretty cool, but I'm not going to watch it if it's not an Olympic sport. So, I don't know. There's more things. There's like a bunch of skiing sports, and there's some speed skating.
Like skiing and snowboarding, like that's kind of cool. I don't know if I'd watch it, but that is pretty cool. But like curling, really, I don't know what that is.
But that's like the popular one this year for whatever reason, which I kind of get it now. Like, people are watching it for the comedic value of these ladies just yelling the whole time while their husbands do all the work. So, I don't know. I'm going to continue to watch it just because it lasts for like 21 days and then you don't get it for another 4 years. But I think that's all for our Olympic coverage. Am I right?
I do believe so.
Okay. Well, I think that's probably all for all of our coverage. We just kind of have our memes of the week now.
We got a guy getting his hair punched off, if you want to watch that.
All right. Yeah, I definitely want to watch this. This is great right here.
Bam.
Okay, so this was a boxing match. This was last weekend. And it's like, come on, bro. Why are you going to wear your hairpiece in the boxing ring? Like, I mean, nobody cares if you go in the boxing ring and you're bald. Take the hairpiece off.
Yeah, I would just do it with pride, honestly. Like, I would rather just go up there bald than get my hair punched off.
I don't know, man. Play that one again. It's pretty funny. Like, the guy, you can tell the guy that's punching him in the face, he's trying to keep from laughing. It's flat out. Now look at the guy punching him. Like, you can tell he's like trying to hold it together because he sees that coming up, but he's got to stay focused and just keep punching. But yeah, that actually happened. That's pretty hilarious. Next.
When you're trying to play it cool after that third espresso.
I'm joined by Lindsay Stenton. She's the Chief Client Officer of DigiMe, and I want to talk to you
about
this
gosh,
job support.
Dude,
a lot
what
of people
the
are,
heck?
of course, celebrating over it and touting about how great it is. But of course, there's the other angle, this participation rate. Explain that to
What
us
is her
and
problem?
why.
It looks
we
like
need
she's
look at
trying
that.
to stay awake.
Absolutely. Well,
She's definitely on something.
We're in a very
I mean,
good
there's no doubt
position
about it.
to
I don't know if it's a third
talk about what's
espresso
going
or
on
if it's
in the job
meth.
market. We work with a lot of Fortune 1000 organizations,
And she's
we get a
walking
good pulse
or
on what's
talking
ramping
so
and
fast.
areas of growth. We also
She's gotta
work
be
with
on something.
quite a few
She's on one,
staffing
that's for
firms,
sure.
and they're kind of the first ones to experience that growth. We're seeing tremendous.
Hey, Creed, did we cut you off from your? Are you
your
looking up some
basketball
basketball
talk.
stats?
Yes, we did.
Do you have that information? We can go to it right now.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
So, actually, I thought they're not doing that good. I thought they were doing pretty good for some reason.
The Wizards?
They're 16-34.
Yeah, that's not that great.
Yeah. Well, because on NBA 2K, there's this thing called daily pick'em, and you go on there and you have to guess which game, or like guess who wins the game. So it's basically gambling, except if you get it wrong, you don't lose anything.
Well, that's good.
And every time
because you don't have much to lose.
Yeah, and every time I pick the Wizards, they always win. They won their game today.
Well, maybe they're going to win more now since they have
Maybe.
Anthony Davis. I mean, they did step their game up a little bit, but they've been kind of trash.
Well, if they're good everybody knows if they're good in 2K, they're good in real life. So
that's right.
Yeah. No, it's like real life games. It's not the 2K.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
the
about. I
stats
know what
from
you're
the
talking
real
about.
games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, we got more memes. Creedus, pull them up.
Pull them up.
Will do.
I love y'all. I'm gonna go up on the look.
He didn't even get his full face under there. He didn't even go like all the way underwater. And also, why was he crying?
I don't know why he's crying exactly. Like, I'm going to go on the water. I'll see it. I don't know. That's funny.
That's a good one.
Next. Oh, crap. She's back. Y'all remember her from last week.
Yeah. I want to see how much blue I can find.
Last week it was purple.
I've seen this video.
This week it's blue.
More blue. The sign is blue. and more blue. More blue. More blue. More blue.
What do you think people like say whenever they're walking past her trying to shop and they just hear this?
More blue. And more blue. More blue.
And she literally finds everything that's blue in the store.
But isn't like Bath and Body Works' whole theme like blue? Like that's why they wear the blue aprons. So like,
yeah, you're going in the blue capital of the world for sure. Yeah.
If I was a guessing girl, I think she found a lot of blue.
She did find a lot of blue. Last week it was purple. This week it's blue. I don't know. Hopefully she's not coming back next week. But
at least she just switches it up. I mean, she's staying. She's not. She's a leader, not a follower.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get what I mean. If you're catching my drift.
Next. Oh, this is so great right here. I laughed so hard at this last night.
Oh my gosh.
What are these ladies doing?
Ooh.
How did like that lady's totally knocked out? And these are women, y'all.
She can't even get up.
And how did they sign up for this? And what the actual heck is going on?
She has to be dragged
so he's dragging
off.
Her lifeless body out of the arena.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then the steer is coming back for more. Like
he's seeking nothing but blood, dude.
Play it again. We gotta watch. That was worth a second watch.
Whoops.
They're on a teeter-totter.
Oh god.
And then it's just like I need some pre-context of this to know exactly just what the actual H this even is. It's just
which they did this on
it's pandemonium.
They did this thing on a teeter-totter with a steer on Jack Arse. They did that. I guess they're trying to recreate that.
Those guys are professionals. They're not like school teachers.
But these people, they just get like mauled.
Yeah, they're getting just totally destroyed. And it's women, and it's just like there's so much wrong with this. I don't know what that is, but I really like if anybody has any context on that they could share. I would love to actually hear it.
There's no way I would willingly do this and then go to work the next morning.
No, you're not going anywhere but the ER. Some broken ribs and a cracked scapula. All right,
a piece of a horn in your thigh.
Actually, they don't have horns, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's put it back and go to the next one. Okay, this is pretty crazy right here.
Oh.
I mean, that's Whiskey Throttle to the max.
Creedus, I can totally see you doing it.
It's just a good thing that he was able to let go of the bike.
Yeah, because if he had still been on there, he would have been dead.
He would have taken that ride.
He would have literally been dead.
Luckily, that bike didn't land on him.
Yeah, that would have been pretty bad,
the bike didn't land on him. Like, it worked out really good considering, but that was like, he was trying to do some bike parkour, I guess. Here he goes again.
Like, imagine if he had been on there, he was dead.
Axel Hodges stuff. That got probably like 60 feet in the air.
It was a lot. It was probably taller than our roof that I was afraid to fall off of this morning.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
When you call tech support and get transferred to the final boss, geez, how many people do you have to scam to get to that level?
Thank you for calling tech support.
What do you have to do to get to that level?
You got to win a gold medal in scamming to get to this guy.
Something like that.
Next.
If you see someone crying, ask them if it's because their haircut. This one hits a little close to home.
Carson has always been very emotional.
But I've moved on from that. Now Creed's carrying the torch, carrying the flame. So,
well, y'all both do it. Like it's so dramatic, y'all. Like these are boys, they're not girls. But the whole haircut situation, like it gets out of hand sometimes. It's been better recently, but I mean, it was like we went to 3 or 4 different people and you did have one that was legitimately bad. Like you had one that was legitimately bad. I had absolutely nothing to do with that, but there was one that was bad. The rest of them, like I don't understand what the big deal was, and it was Carson, and then it was Creed, and then it's like, but we've kind of got it all under wraps now. Shout out to Kami Pinnock at Salon U.
Hey yo,
she's cut my hair for
not sponsored, but you should totally sponsor.
Not sponsored, but we could be.
You should totally sponsor us.
Kami's cut my hair for at least, I'm going to say
15 years,
17 years.
Close enough.
And so she's been cutting y'all's now for about a year, like consistently. And so everything's been working out good. So anyway,
We
That's
haven't
bunch
shed a
of-
single tear since we've gone to Kami, so hit her up.
That's a bunch of useless information, but shared it with you anyway. So let's see what's up next.
Y'all remember in first grade when we were just chilling in class and somebody threw up out of nowhere? Yeah, but
I do
actually
remember
somebody
that.
like somebody would pee in my class. There was like a puddle of pee. And it was like consistent thing, like at least once a week there was like a puddle of pee. It was kind of odd.
I never had anybody pee in my. I don't
I've
remember a
also
whole
never
lot.
had anybody pee in my.
I don't remember a whole lot about first grade. I do remember the random vomits, like you're mentioning. I don't remember anybody peeing. But anyway, yeah, there is like when you're, and it happens in anything where there's like a excessive number of children. I'd say 10 and below. Like at least one or two of them is going to throw up at any given moment.
Which I mean,
Just
to
for
be
no
fair,
reason.
they do have recess like right after lunch. So of course you're gonna throw something up. I mean,
Yeah, I always thought that was like never a good idea. I feel like they should have recess and then lunch. I don't.
Yeah, it is kind of weird how you do that because you eat and then you go outside, especially like in the summertime, and it's 87 degrees and you're playing kickball, and yeah, it's just like your food doesn't digest. They give you milk for some random reason, like
Yeah.
it was always like pizza and chocolate milk.
you got to go out there and play basketball, hoop somebody up in your skinny jeans with a stomach full of milk and like school hot dogs. Like that's just bound for disaster.
It just hit me in the chat from a verified school teacher said happened in my class last week. I mean, it's a thing, y'all. It's a thing. All right, let's see. What's next?
Guy who invented the clock. There will be 12 numbers on it. Friend. So the day will be divided into 12 segments. Inventor. No, 24. Friend. So will the day start at 1? Inventor. The day will start at 12, which is at night. Friend. Inventor. The 6 means 30. Clocks are pretty confusing, gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they even teach that. Like I remember in school, probably right around that same time, first or second grade, when the kids were puking and stuff everywhere. Like we were also learning how to read a manual clock.
Yeah, they taught me how to read a clock.
They never taught me how to read a clock in school. I learned that from my granny.
Yeah,
his dad.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think that they're just depending on, like, everybody has phones now or everybody has digital watches that just have the numbers on there. Nobody's really learning the analog clock system. But yeah, you're right. Like, if somebody doesn't know and you tell them, like, it's 5:30, they don't have a clue. It's like you got one small hand on a 5 and one on a 6. And I don't know. We got to, it's different than it was back in my day.
And also, I heard that they're not teaching cursive anymore because they taught me cursive in elementary school, which I don't use cursive, but they did teach me it. But I've heard a lot of people say that they don't teach cursive anymore, so that's kind of odd.
I got taught cursive in 3rd grade.
They taught me in 2nd or maybe 1st. I don't know, but I was taught cursive, and I've heard a lot of people say that they don't do it anymore. I think that's kind of odd because how else are you going to learn? I mean, you could learn from like parents and stuff like that, but I feel like that's a pretty good thing to learn in school.
Yeah, you need to learn it in school. Like people need to be able to write cursive and people need to learn how to be able to read cursive. But it's probably just the same agenda-minded people that have ended our stream twice today and that are putting all of these people in the Super Bowl halftime show and insulting 30-year NFL veterans for Coach of the Year by getting their name wrong. Like it's all the same group of people, in my opinion. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just blaming the blue-haired protesters.
Possibly. All right.
What do we got next?
Just once, I want the opportunity to dramatically swipe everything off a table to make room for a giant map that I'll use to explain the plan. Amen.
I want to do that.
Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, I think that's everybody's dream, especially like as a man. You just want to do the Indiana Jones thing and just be able to clear that table off, throw down a map, and you don't even really know what's on it, but you look cool. Which brings up a random thought. Did y'all know, if I'd have known we were going to talk about this, I would have pulled a clip, but Jim Carrey, when he played the Grinch, there was one scene where he was, there was a table and he was supposed to pull the tablecloth off And he did, and everything stayed on the table, like the trick that people want to do, and it's hard to do, and that actually happened to him, but it wasn't supposed to.
I heard that. I heard that it wasn't.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so then he went back. If you watch the movie, like once he did that, he went back and just kicked everything off the table or kicked the table over.
Yeah, because they had like done it in rehearsal and everything like fell over like was planned, and then whenever they actually shot, everything stayed.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's a good way to improvisation acting.
Johnny Friesen says, if schools went back to teaching cursive and how to drive a stick shift, most idiotic crap would be solved.
That's true too.
Did they used to teach how to drive a stick? And
you would learn that in
like
driver's ed,
and stuff?
Because
hey guys, I'm taking driver's ed. Yep, next year. Just thought I'd let y'all know.
50% of the vehicles back in my day, 50% of the vehicles were a stick shift. So you had to learn how to do it. They would teach that in driver's ed. But yeah, that's the thing.
Well, I think that would be cooler in like driver's ed is to start you on a stick car, because if you can drive a stick, then you can drive an automatic. So they should teach that. That would be
then that makes
cool.
it easier to get your CDL. It makes it easier to pick up chicks. It just makes life easier in general. I think they should definitely do that. Maybe we should start our own Cowboy Corner driver's ed. What would it be called? Like Cowboy Corner driving school.
Cowboy cars. Cowboy.
Yeah, we should.
I don't know.
Look into that.
Cowboy automobile something.
I'll get my.
We could brainstorm something.
I'll get my business manager on it. Okay,
anyway,
what else we got?
The man who invented the wind chill factor has sadly passed away. He was 98, but it felt like 85. That's a pretty good one right there.
That's a dad joke.
That's a great one.
That's a top tier dad joke right there.
That's top tier right there.
Next.
The funeral of the man who invented Tupperware has been Why is everybody dying? Has been postponed while they try to find the right lid for his coffin. Well,
that's another top tier dad joke.
I want to say something. I don't really think this it kind of is on the subject, but did you know the same person who made like the double seated bike where two people can ride the same bike also made mayo?
Wow, that's a very broad spectrum of inventions. Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's very random. So
that's
why
very
I thought
random.
I'd throw that out.
He's like, one day I'm going to invent a salad dressing prototype. The next day I'm going to invent a two-seated
mayo.
bicycle.
Do you put mayo on your salad?
That's kind of what mayo is. It's like a salad dressing. That's what it was invented for.
Who puts mayo on their salad?
I don't put it on there. I'm just saying that's what it was when it was invented. That's what it was supposed to be.
That's like ranch. I think you're thinking of ranch.
Well,
you'd put ranch on your salad.
Ranch has mayo in it, genius.
But you wouldn't put mayo in your salad. You would put mayo on a sandwich.
I understand that.
Johnny Friesen says Cowboy Driving Academy for our driver.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Academy.
Right
like that makes it official right there. Like if you're
because that's how you know that they're teaching you how to drive stick.
Yeah.
Is if it says academy.
Good call, Johnny. That's why we put you on the chat, because you have all of this wisdom and knowledge. Because academy is so much better than school. Like that's official. That's more like military.
Amen.
Next.
I know that the real adults do multiple loads of laundry for different colored clothes, but I've been putting all my clothes in at the same time, and I'm just saying nothing bad has happened yet.
That's me exactly.
I have done a load of laundry where I put a red shirt in a group of whites, and it did stain a bunch of shirts white. So I can't say that.
Yeah,
that
you can't
relates to me.
You can't do whites with reds. That's a no-no, because you are going to end up having pink stuff. But you can do darks and whites and like all of that. That's all just a myth. Like they're just trying to scare you, because I've done all the same stuff myself.
It's a myth that Bad Bunny invented just for a Super Bowl agenda. Don't listen to it, guys.
Potato salad, pasta salad, both have mayo in them, according to the chat. So
who said that?
Trisha.
Well, you know what? Trisha. I would never get a scoop of mayonnaise and put it in a salad.
She makes a mean. She makes a mean pasta salad.
Trisha is known for.
Yeah, she's the same person who dips her Cheetos and ranch. So I'm not gonna take food advice from her. I'll eat her food. Her food is good, but I'm not gonna do the concoctions that she makes.
And she puts her Doritos in I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, she puts her Doritos in spinach dip. So.
Hey, that's good.
If you want to put mayo and ranch, then you go for it.
And I know it sounds gross. Spinach artichoke dip sounds gross, but it really is good. I'm going to vouch for that one.
I kind of do like the Cheetos and ranch though. It's not really that bad.
Well, back when I was in like junior high, we would eat Lay's potato chips and mustard.
Ew.
And then we would eat Ruffles potato chips with ketchup.
Ew.
And both of those things were good.
I mean, okay,
I haven't done it in years, but they were good at the time.
I've heard of people putting peanuts in their Coke, which I've never tried that, but I do want to. And a lot of people have said that is good, but I've never tried it. I need to do that next time I get peanuts and Coke.
Johnny agrees. Spinach artichoke dip goes hard. Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny.
Jonathan.
All right. Do we have more, or are we?
Yeah, we got more.
Completed. We've got more.
Who remembers when department stores had husky sections for chubby kids? The 90s had no chill. Mm-hmm. Well, Dad, do you remember this?
Yeah, they would just straight call you out back then. Like if you were
fat, you were fat.
If you were little chubs, you had your own section.
There was
to
no
shop in.
Body positivity wasn't a thing back then. You were fat.
Yeah, there was so like in the women's there would be like a petite section. So that would be for like the skinny girls. And then in the boys section, so if you weren't shopping in the petite section as a girl, that meant you were a little heavy. And then in the boys section, they would have a husky, and it would even say it like on the pants. It would say like, there'd be like a 14 regular, and then there'd be a 14 husky. So, yeah, there was no chill in the 90s. There was none of this getting offended stuff. Like men were men, and they didn't wear pillows on top of their helmets when they played football, and it was like that's back when the halftime shows were good. Like the 90s, that's was,
back when Creed was performing.
Yes, that was it.
I thought you were talking about me at first.
Nope. All right, we got more.
We got more.
Human, we have a color named after you. Salmon, really? Is it silvery blue like my outsides? No. Salmon, wait, why is it pink? Get it? Because whenever you cook a salmon, it's pink.
I've never understood that because the color salmon is pink on everything, but salmons aren't pink.
Well,
they're blue.
Well, cows are black and white. Their meat is like brown.
Well, there's different colors of cows, but there's not like an official color called cow. Like the point is, there's an actual color called salmon, and it's like it's like an orangish pink color, and salmons are not pink. Anyway.
Oh, well, I've had this up on the screen for about 5 minutes, so the audience has already read it. All right, cooking tip. If you stir coconut oil into your kale, it makes it easier to scrape it in the trash.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Nobody's eating that crap.
I've never eaten kale in my entire life.
Me neither, nor do I plan on eating kale.
Yeah, I don't plan on it. Anyways.
Next.
Gone in 7 seconds.
Look at Nick Cage. He's got the cross earring and the haircut up tight. That's funny. That made me laugh.
Got the baddie in the bottom right. Hey, yo.
Just had to throw that in there.
I do want to watch that movie. It's Gone in 60 Seconds, right?
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds is the actual movie, and it is a banger.
All right. Enough with that. The main rule at these games, say how long you haven't played before you start playing. I feel like that goes with so many games. Like
I know, that's
like a game of cards or like all these games that are up here. There's so many games that go like that.
Yeah, the main thing is you just have to make sure everybody knows I haven't played this in years. Yeah. All right, next.
Whoops. The pigeon was not expecting plane to go that fast. Well, let's find out.
Yeah, this is kind of random, but I thought it was cool, so I threw it in the mix here. He's on the wing of an airplane as it's going down the runway. And then it picks up
I think
speed.
He's just going to get blown off and die.
And then see you later. I just thought that was pretty random.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but like even the smallest, tiniest chip in like an airplane like engine thing, it won't be able to fly like at all. Like even if it's like it's microscopic, like little chip on the metal thing,
like on one of the like on the propeller part of the engine, like the thrust.
Yeah.
The thrust wheel or whatever they call it.
Like even if a little chip in it is like microscopic, like you can't even see it, then
I believe it because they have to be perfectly balanced and they turn at such high RPM, and if you get it just slightly off balance, it's going to just throw that thing into oblivion.
People have landed planes with one of the engines failing. So I think it could be fine with a chip in it.
Well, you just said the key word, failing. The engine's going to fail if that happens.
Yeah, but you can still fly. Like, people have safely landed planes with the engine failing.
Right, because they have multiple engines for that reason. So that if something happens to one of the engines, you're not just done.
I mean, I don't know a thing about airplanes. I'm kind of just trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about. But I think I don't. I think
the thing
if
is,
it
both
has a
of you-
microscopic chip in the engine, I think it'll be
Both
fine.
of you are right. What Creed was saying is that if the thrust wheel, which is basically like a propeller in a jet engine, if it has a chip or a ding in it, it's not gonna it's gonna throw it off balance. Is what's gonna happen, and then it's gonna basically destroy itself from the inside
I mean,
out.
of course, like a huge chip.
However-
But if it's like a microscopic chip, like
However,
Creed was
if
saying,
that happens, the plane will still be able to fly because it has more than one engine. So yes,
well, what do I know?
you're both right.
Next. Ranking the top 10 most dangerous toys we grew up with in the 90s. 10, creepy crawlers, third-degree burns. What the heck is that?
So that was a thing that was like a slime substance, and you made it had little molds, and you made creepy crawlers, which were like spiders and bugs and worms and snakes out of them. But it come to find out, it held chemicals in it that were biohazardous. And
Did you ever have one?
I never had them, but I knew people that did. And I never knew of it happening either, but there's multiple confirmed reports that it would cause rashes on your skin, cause you to break out. Yes. Well, next, number 9.
Skip it. Ankles got absolutely rocked. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. See, kids were tough in the 90s. We had these things, and you would put one foot would go inside that hoop, and then that skip it ball was attached to a string. So it was, basically like a ball and chain, and you would swing it around on the one foot.
You
and
would jump over it?
You'd have to jump over it with your other foot. But what would happen if you didn't jump over it is that ball right there was going to just destroy your ankle. Like, you either made it or you went to the hospital.
Well, did you have one of those?
No, I did not, but I knew people that did again.
All right.
Next.
Pogo ball bouncer, high ankle sprain central. I actually knew somebody that broke their ankle on one of these because their mom had one from whenever she was a kid. It was somebody who I went to elementary school with. Her mom had one whenever she was a kid, and the kid went on it, and he broke his ankle from that.
Yeah, because your foot would slip off of that thing. If your foot slipped off of that, it was just going down sideways, and yeah, it was bad. This is the stuff that we had in the 90s, y'all. This is why it's a different generation, man. That's why we're tough nowadays.
Amen.
There's no lightweights because we grew up with this stuff. Like, if you made a mistake, you were done for a little while. Next.
Sky dancers. Do you hate having eyesight? Buy one of these. What? How does that affect your eyesight?
Because they fly up in the air.
Yeah, I know it does. Like, they fly up in the air, right?
Yeah, it would fly like a helicopter. So that thing on top, that little doll would spin really fast, and those little wings would come up. So if it didn't fly out perfectly straight, it would come at you. It'd smash your pupil out.
Well, did you have one of those?
No, that's a girl's toy.
I would hope my
I
dad
had something
did not.
similar to it, but not the girl version. Next.
Razor screw. This is what would annihilate your ankles right
Yeah, we
here.
still have those. There's some in the shop right now. I can almost see them from here.
These definitely annihilate your ankles.
Yes.
Yeah.
40 miles per hour downhill with 1 inch between you and the concrete. Yeah. Especially if you're on if there's even like a little rock that is whatever you're on, like you're done.
Especially those small wheel ones like that. They make the bigger wheel ones that have like about a 5 or 6 inch diameter wheel. They're a lot safer than those with the little 2 inch diameter wheel.
Well, ankles have been annihilated on those. Next one. Slip and slide. God forbid there's a rock underneath.
Yeah, I mean, there was
I remember
nothing,
my slip and slide days.
There was really nothing between you and the ground. There's that piece of plastic like a tarp.
Which, like, to be fair, why was this like a popular product whenever you could have easily made this at home? Like, you just get a tarp and put some rocks on it to weigh it down. I don't know why that was so popular. It was literally just a tarp. Except the newer ones, they have like sprinklers shooting out at it to make it a little bit more wet. But you could just use like a water hose. Like, I think that's so pointless.
Yeah, it's just marketing. That's all it is. Great marketing. And then you can sell stuff that people can randomly make on their own. Next.
Moon shoes. Oh, I knew somebody who broke their leg on this too.
Yep. Everybody knows somebody.
Yeah. As soon as the kid landed, he was rushed to the hospital. He never walked again. Yeah, I knew somebody who broke their leg on this.
I never really knew anybody that had those. I do remember seeing the commercials, but yeah, I've heard the stories. They were deadly.
Hey, would incapacitate you for a little bit.
Next.
X Factor ramps. I preferred to build my own, but you could get equally hurt. I remember whenever you built me a ramp. I never got hurt, luckily. But
yeah, I was building ramps, but then you could buy them that were already made.
Well, luckily I never got hurt on it.
I did crash on your ramps a few times, but it was never anything major.
Yeah, there were no major injuries on the Cowboy Corner ramps, but they're built professionally with love and care.
Amen.
Next,
pogo stick. Oh, I'm so good at pogo sticks.
That's like the grand poobah of the ankle breakers right there.
Yeah.
And then I think one of my brother-in-laws had a couple of teeth knocked out on one. Like, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like for like a good month, I set like an hour a day practicing how to pogo stick, and I finally got it.
Well, I guess slip and slides hurts you too, because Johnny Friesen says the last time I was on the slip and slide, I slipped and fell and messed up my tailbone, and he couldn't walk right for 2 weeks.
Well, that means you had to fall like back in the other direction, because normally you're going down belly first. On them,
Johnny, what did you do, bro? What slip and slide were you on?
Too bad we don't have a video of that one. Next.
Trampolines. My neighbor broke his arm, and I lost both my front teeth on one. We've all got hurt on a trampoline.
Yeah,
it all happens.
Those are the other ankle annihilators.
Yeah, those can do all kinds of damage because you can get totally thrown off.
Yeah, I always wanted one of those square trampolines like those guys have, but I never got one. I just remember going on trampolines and your elbows, you would get like burn your elbows and stuff. I could still feel it like right now. You would burn your elbows on them.
We used to put like water hoses on our trampoline. So
or a sprinkler.
We'd put a sprinkler under it. That was fun. Yeah, I miss our trampoline.
They used to be called jumpolines until your mom got on one.
Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one right there. All right, what else we got?
Next.
Vote for Rick Astley. He will never give you up. He will never make you cry.
Happy birthday to Rick Astley. Yeah. His birthday was actually yesterday, but we've got to wish a happy birthday to Rick Astley. And with that being said, there was a video which we didn't play it because Creed declined to sign off on it. But Creed back like maybe 3 years ago did he did the Rick roll, Never Gonna Give You Up dance in his underwear, and we have it on video. And I was gonna play it in honor of Rick Astley, but Creed declined. But also, my mom texted me earlier, and when we were talking about MC Hammer at the Super Bowl, and she has pictures of me. She has incriminating evidence of me wearing my MC Hammer pants back in what would have been probably about 1992 to 1991, 92. So I declined to post those too. So I'm with you, Creed. Like we're reserving our right to embarrass ourselves.
But he will post himself in his underwear. So there's some lines that will be
I've already been exposed to thousands of people in my underwear from a previous show. So
he won't show himself in MC Hammer pants, but if he could show himself in underwear, then he'll accept it.
I'm still having to recover from the underwear incident because I still to this day am getting comments from people, well, I'm glad to see that you're not just in your underwear today. So I'm still having to live that one down. So once the fire kind of cools off of that one, then I may show the MC Hammer pants because I'm not above, making a spectacle of myself and my past issues, but I got to do it in small doses.
Johnny Friesen has gave us the story of how he messed up his tailbone.
Let's hear it.
It says, I was playing slip and slide kickball, was running from one base to the next base. That's when I went down backwards.
Well, yeah, that's...
Wait, so I'm confused. Like, did you have a slip and slide per base, or like how would that work?
I would say so. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss. Like, I'm not gonna do a slip and slide kickball. Like, I can tell just by the description of that you're asking for trouble. So yeah, slip and slide kickball's out of the question for me. But obviously, it didn't work that well for Johnny either.
Well, at least you got over your incapacitation of your slip and slide kickball. But
do we have anything else to cover, or does that wrap us up for the show today?
That wraps us up. We got nothing else.
Well, we're a little later than usual, but we got a late start because the communists kept kicking off our stream. So this is the third stream that we did. We had to restart it. We had to restart it twice. And so we're on the third time's a charm, but we've had a good show. We had a lot of people tune in. We had a lot of people. See, there I am. I said that I'm not going to say tune in anymore because nobody tunes in. Like, this isn't the 80s anymore. we're not tuning in. We're just swiping and pushing buttons or clicking a mouse or whatever. But I still say tune in just because that's like what's etched into my head. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks for swiping. Thanks for
tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. However you did. And once again, here's how you can contact the show, because if you have any material that you would like to be shown next week, you can always send it in, and there's a good chance that we'll put it on the show, because I can't do this all by myself. I have to depend on the viewers and the other participants. So I appreciate you all, and I want to say thanks to Cowboy Carson.
You're welcome.
I want to say thanks to Cowboy Creed.
I got you, man.
And do you guys have anything else, or are we signing off?
Have a great day, guys. Have great days. Tell family you love them. Whoever you haven't talked to in a while, you should go talk to them. Let them know that you're there and that you love them. Be a happy person in general, and strive for success.
And Johnny Friesen, have a good time at your Super Bowl party.
Man, that was
Have a great time at your Super Bowl party, and make sure to brighten somebody's day tomorrow, because you don't have much time left to do it today. So tomorrow morning, make somebody smile.
You're just so full of encouragement. Like I feel encouraged now. I just want to
That's
tell
what I'm here
everybody
for.
to enjoy your day tomorrow as well. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you decide to watch it. And we're just gonna keep on keeping on. It's not the end. Like, the best is yet to come. And I just believe that next year it's not going to be the same as this year, that strides are going to be made, things are going to be changed, and we're not going to have to make a decision to turn off the game or turn off the halftime show. It's going to be something that's worth watching, because, we're going places, and the best is going to happen before everything else just goes down the drain. So I just want to send some encouragement as well. I want to thank you again for watching the show. And with that being said, I believe that we are done here tonight. And so we will be seeing you next week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.